Hey guys, it's Cook3 and welcome to part 3 of Let's Play Beat the Beat Rhythm Paradise. In the last part, we completed the second column as is typical for the second video, and in this part, working dough! Weirdly enough, this game features dough and it does work. Well, kind of works, I guess. As far as dough can work. Actually no, it works a lot more than the average dough. But yes. I'm really doing well at speaking here. No, this is another sort of watch and repeat. Only this time round, you have to be able to look at the cues and make sure you're pressing the right combination of buttons, or in the case of A, just the right button. Because as with there, just press A and the little guy jumps up nice and simple, but when you get the big balls rolling in from the assembly line, you need to press A and B, and the big guy will jump out. And that's all there is to it, really. So it's sort of a combination of listen and repeat, and pay attention to which cue you need. It's generally pretty obvious which ball is coming up, because it's a completely different color, and obviously if you just like pay attention to what the guy beforehand does, then you should be good to go. One interesting thing you might see is over on the left there is a little Game & Watch guy. That's pretty stylish. And if you look in the background, you can see the balls that you've already successfully thrown over. Just rolling past again from right to left. I presume if you miss some, then they're missing from the section over there as well. But I don't know yet, because so far I have yet to miss any. But I'm sure that'll change soon. Because they're pretty quick this time round. Oh yeah, it looks like it does get skipped, but it's good, it adds to the realism. I was worried that it wasn't going to. That was close, I didn't even pay attention that time. That one I think I majorly messed up. Ah! That one I don't actually know what happened there. Ah. Yeah, this is where the game starts to be a bit trickier. And I'm quite surprised I managed to get that one, because I wasn't paying attention at all. Oops. Yeah, I really haven't actually been paying that much attention to this one. I've just got quite lucky. And that one was cracked. I wonder why. Probably nothing particularly important. Okay, that's what we've been working on. Guys, it's staring at me. Oh, come on, what was wrong with that one? I somehow think, though, that that's going to be, at most, an okay, because of that one little section where I completely died. Yeah, I feel silly about that one. Yay! We launched our giant robot space octopus. And how many people can say that every day, huh? Not many, I should imagine. I just realised the little guy working the lever on the left, presumed to get into the giant space octopus. But yes, we managed to do it that time, alright. I think there was really no way I'd have been able to get those while I was doing commentary. Oh cool, we were getting home. I had no idea. It has been a while since I played this, so I've forgotten some of the things that go on. But in any case, built to scale, this is sort of a recurring... It's not quite a recurring game, but it's a sort of recurring art style. And this one actually is kind of a recurring game, because it incorporates aspects of games from both the original Rhythm Tengoku, or Rhythm Tengoku, whatever, and the DS sequel as well. The first bit, this pressing A at the right time, is a bit more of a callback to the original Rhythm Tengoku, in which you had to bounce little rods along bars using the A button and the D-pad on the Game Boy Advance, and it would bounce along and be all happy, and yeah, that's about all you had to do. And then, in the DS version, you had little widgets going along with the scale, which you'll see in a little second, or sort of little bolts, I suppose. Is it the bolts that are square bits anyway? But yeah, you have to flick the rod into the little guys going past. And yeah, just keep that up and A and B at the right time, and all is well. So yeah, and this has the art style and everything of both of those games. And so it all just sort of suggests that it's all just part of one big factory, which is pretty cool, I think, because it's like not bringing back the exact same game so as to be stale and just like going, oh guys, we used to have original ideas, but it's sort of like making a little sort of reference for the fans to go, oh yeah, this is just like whatever, and I remember that, it's so fun, whatever. Now this one, it's quite a simple sort of thing, where it's just basically the same little bit of tune repeating over and over again. But each time the tempo picks up. And I think the pitch changes slightly, but that's not important to the rhythm, really. Okay, it doesn't always just speed up, but yeah, the speed changes, but the song isn't particularly long or complicated. Whereas for the others, it's been sort of generally a long, continuous song. Whereas this one, it's just a little tiny melody that you have to just get used to. And while you might think, while it's going slow, you're just like, oh yeah, okay, that gives you plenty of time to react and everything. Well, that is true. It also means you have to be a lot more precise about hitting the button at the right time, because of this margin for error. Equally, when it's fast, it's harder to react quite on time. But I think you have a bit more leeway, really, because you don't have that much time to get it wrong, really. And it's a bit of first time. That's good. Thank you, boss. I think we did well. And we can ship these widgets out to build whatever they go into. Oh, Air Rally. This is a good one. This is where I'm gonna just talk about a little theory I have about this game, but I'll do that after I get to the tutorial, because this game is really quite cool. It's like... Okay, it's basically Rhythm Rally from Rhythm Paradise. You just have to keep hitting the shuttlecock back at the cat, and he'll give you a beat to work with. And that's all you really have to do to start with. But obviously, you know this game, we can't just give you one little cue and say, okay, that's all. That's your lot. Get on with it. It has to include extra little things that you have to do. Who are you calling good boy? Oh wait, I'm a dog. Thought it was a rabbit for a second. I'm like, hang on.
One, two.
Yes, this is where it introduces a new cue that you have to pay attention to. And that means you have to skip a beat. And, yeah. Oop. Also, if you miss anything in the set, even if it's not the thing that it's trying to teach you, then obviously the counter doesn't go down, so... Even though I missed the sort of normal shuttlecock beat, and I managed to get the ba-bum-bum-bum one right, it was just like, no, you failed it. Screw you. So, yes, that's all well and good. Now, he says, let's see how you do when I'm farther away, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually change the timing on the shuttlecock. I don't know, maybe it does and I just don't react to it particularly. Actually, it might be a bit longer, but not entirely important. I'm a good boy, it's me! Do I get a treat? No? Okay. Well, you know, that's the safest place to play badminton. Good to think of it, where he's getting all these shuttlecocks, because if we drop one, he's not going and picking it up. He just has an endless supply of shuttlecocks in his little biplane there. Good start, Joe. Now, this game is one of the games, to a lesser extent the golf one at the very start as well, that makes me think this game was originally going to have motion control, that you're going to swing the Wii remote. I'm doing so well. That you're going to have to swing the Wii remote in time to hit the shuttlecock back. That's why this one is cool, because as he gets really far away, he starts yelling it. And it's funny, because, you know, you just have to hear how he says it. Hang on. He does it in the Japanese version as well, obviously, which it looks like I'll be showing you anyway. It's a tough call at this point, which I prefer of the two versions. I think I'd say English, but the Japanese one is also good. But yeah, and then presumably the reason the motion control didn't go through is because, well, I don't know if they were ever considering motion control. This is just how it seems to me. Why am I doing so badly? Probably because I'm trying to talk at the same time as doing this. But yeah, imagine if there was motion control, then the reason it was scrapped is because it's a bit imprecise. Which is not what you can do with a rhythm game, really. You need it to be as precise as you can be. Because otherwise, you're going to be judging people on rhythm that they can't possibly do, and then it wouldn't be their fault if they failed. Ah, dang it. I missed the last one because I was really doing terribly. And the geese... Good try. Well... all things considered, considering I would not give that a good try, I'd give that a... that was absolutely terrible. Probably better than I can actually play badminton, though. But yes, let's move on to Air Rally, and I'll edit it out, but we'll hear the Japanese vocals as well. Let's do that. One thing I feel I should mention as well, is that those birds flying by right now are a cameo from Rhythm Paradise. If you don't know already, there's a game called Bluebirds and Bluebirds 2, in which you were playing as the longer-necked of those birds. And yeah, it's a good one. I just thought I'd point it out while I could. He says I deserve a treat. I'm a good dog, I did it, I played badminton well. You can tell your dog is good when he plays badminton well, and we're terrorizing those poor birds. Oh dear. That's not very nice. You know what? You no longer deserve a treat, dog. That was very rude of you. Also, Seesaw. I forget which version I showed off. I think I played the Japanese version, didn't I? So because I'd wasted a turn playing it, whatever. Yeah, I'll just go to title screen, but his perfect attempt at Seesaw. The happiest explosion in the world. Well, with that all done and good and happy, let's get going on to Figure Fighter. There's another one which is a bit different in Japanese, and honestly, I don't know if I prefer either more than the other, but I'm sticking with English because can't be asked. You don't look much like a fighter, you look more like some kind of nerd. Humph, I couldn't possibly believe you to be muscular. Oh my goodness, he had muscles. Muscles! Muscles. So yeah, that's his job, is to look only muscly when we press A for him. It's up to us to make him look strong and crap. He just doesn't want to put the effort into actually...
Jab, jab,
Jeff?
jab, jab,
It's not Jeff.
jab, jab.
So yeah, the aim of this one is to press A at the right times after the cues, but if you don't,
2,
he automatically punches,
1, 2,
and our job is just to make him beef up
2.
when he would be punching, so that he can actually do something with the punching bag. Otherwise, as you saw, it does a rather pathetic little... A little faster, but I'm scared of faster. Seriously, it's the fast ones that make it
1, 2.
impossible to talk. Like, genuinely.
1, 2,
You saw how the badminton one went,
1, 2.
and also, come to think of it, quite a lot of the working
1, 2.
dough. Oops. And I wasn't paying attention there.
1, 2.
My greatest enemy is myself. One final combo, alright.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, this one, it's a lot
Go,
of...
go, go!
It's good because the cues match the rhythm
Go,
that you
go,
need
go!
to tap out in as well.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, I was inflated every time I was punching, but apparently he missed or something. In any case, yeah, it's good because the cues match the rhythm you need to do, so it goes 1, 2, boom, boom, and 1, 2, bum, bum. It all... You know what I mean, I don't really need to elaborate. I just like 2. That's what I do.
1, 2.
And in this version, as you can see,
Jab.
for the sort of combo moves, then the screen changes,
Jab,
which
jab, jab.
can also be a good sort of visual aid,
Go, go, go!
but it can also be a bit distracting at times.
Jab, 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 jab.
Also,
Go, go, go!
that's the plainest audience in the world.
Jab, jab, jab.
But the better you do, the more
Go, go, go!
enthusiastic they get.
Jab, jab,
Now what I find a bit weird is that
Jab.
I think
Go, go,
you
go!
find out later that this guy is actually a toy.
Jab. 1, 2.
Oops.
Go, go, go!
Which makes me wonder why this entire crowd is here.
And jab.
Oops,
Jab.
wasn't paying attention there.
1, 2. Go, go, go!
That's the true problem here, is when I don't pay attention.
1, 2. And jab. Jab. Jab.
However, people are getting into it.
And jab. Jab.
Good.
1, 2. And jab.
You see, it doesn't really matter if you inflate yourself when you're not meant to. Just as long as you,
Go, go, go!
as long as you do inflate when you're meant to.
Jab. Jab. Go, go, go! And jab.
Because there are some games where if you tap out of when you should,
Jab.
you'll automatically get penalised. Whereas some of them, they're just like,
1, 2.
oops, sorry. Whereas some you can do prompts when you don't need to, and you won't get a problem. It'll just make it a bit harder to keep up the actual cues when you need to. However, yes, this fighter has potential, kid. I want to sign him up for toy boxing or something. Anyway, Japanese version. And superb attempt.
One, two. One, two. One, two. Hey, jump, jump. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey, jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, jump. 1, 2. Turn, turn down. 1, 2. Hey, jump, jump. 1, 2. Turn, turn down. 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. 1, 2. Jump, jump, jump. Hey, 1, 2. Jump, jump. 1, 2. Hey, jump, jump, jump. Hey, 1, 2. Jump, jump. Turn, turn down. Jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, 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 jump. Turn, turn down. Hey, jump, jump. Hey, 1, 2.
Yeah, how'd you like me now? I was snappy until the final bell, alright. Snappy all the way to the bank. What? The new world champion looks kind of miserable. Aww. I don't really like fighting, though. I'd rather be at home playing Nintendo games. Anyway, play a remix. Try to keep in time while singing along. What? Oh, is this one of the ones that has words? I think it might be, actually. Yes, some of the... Yes! This one has an actual proper song with it. Which we're going to be hearing the Japanese version for now. Hope you don't mind. But, yeah, you can see there was the little black text, or little black box at the bottom there. Which means that every now and then there are songs in this game that have, like, full vocals and everything. There's a little chef now. And yeah. Oop. Never going to be able to talk while doing this guy. It's complicated. Yeah, so they get little... get a special little introduction, and it's quite cool. I'll let you listen to the song for a bit.
One, two.
You know, I've never really listened to the song before, but I quite liked just that little bit we had there where she said, like, 3 syllables in very quick succession. It was like, dig-a-da! I don't know, sometimes I like things like that, it's just a weird thing of me. Now this is an example of where if you listen to the song, if you're having trouble, if you just listen to the song, it might help. Because those little dough guys were following the... This game really makes you feel bad if you mess up. Those little dough guys were doing, or were bouncing at the exact same time as the instruments.
1, 2. Jump, jump. 1, 2. Jump,
So,
jump.
if you're having trouble with that section, then you'll know you'll be able to get it if you just have the music with you. It's
1, 2.
kind of hard to explain, because you may have also noticed, including difficulty while playing the game while I speak, I do also start speaking a lot less eloquently when I'm playing the rhythm games. I sort of waffle a lot more, and I waffle quite a lot as is, but I find it harder to explain simple things. Like, this guy is making a bouncing thing, and he... It's kind of a complicated thing to do. I recommend you try it. Go and do something heavily rhythmical. Is that even a word? And yeah, and try and have a conversation with someone at the same time. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yeah, I kind of thought that would happen. But this way I get to show off the English version, which is always good. I think it's good enough to make our stage debut, but we got booed off, which is a shame. But, you know, people have done worse and Britain's Got Talent, so... In any case, yeah, 3rd remix, go! Dun, 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 dun.
Jab, jab. Go, go, go! Jab, 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 jab. Go, go, go! Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. One, two. One, two. Jab, 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 jab. Go, go, go! One, two. Jab, jab. One, two. Jab, jab, jab. One, two. One, two. One, two. Jab, jab. Go, go, go! Jab, jab. Go, go, go! Jab, jab. Go, go, go! Jab, jab.
That remix is pretty long. But I'm not complaining, I quite like the song. Big enough to headline in a stadium! Alright! We have pretty cool hair. Look at that, that's amazing. A pretty stylish hat as well. In any case, we have succeeded with the third remix. The third remix, bruv. No, and so with that in mind, this is the end of the third video. So thank you guys very much for joining me for this. I shall see you in the future, next week presumably, for part 4. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.